They said this day would never come. They said our sights were set too high. They said this country was too divided, too disillusioned to ever come together around a common purpose. But on this defining moment in history, you have done what the cynics said we couldn't do. You came together.
There's Democrats,
Republicans,
and independents
to stand up and say that we are one nation, we are one people, and our time for change has come. You said the time has come to build a coalition for change that stretches through red states and blue states, because that's how we'll win in November, and that's how we'll finally meet the challenges that we face as a nation. We are choosing hope over fear.
We are choosing unity over division.
and we're sending a powerful message that change is coming to America.
You said the time has come to tell the lobbyists who think their money and their influence speak louder than our voices that they don't own this government. We do, and we are here to take it back. I'll be a president who finally makes health care affordable and available to every single American the same way I expanded health care in Illinois. I'll be a president who ends the tax breaks for companies that ship our jobs overseas and put a middle-class tax cut into the pockets of working Americans who deserve it. I'll be a president who harnesses the ingenuity of farmers and scientists and entrepreneurs to free this nation from the tyranny of oil once and for all. And I'll be a president who ends this war in Iraq and finally brings our troops home, who restores our moral standing,
who understands that 9/11 is not a reason to scare up votes,
but a challenge that should unite America and the world against the common threats of the 21st century.
Common threats of terrorism and nuclear weapons,
climate change,
genocide, poverty, and disease.
I know you didn't do this for me. You did this because you believed so deeply in the most American of ideas.
In the face of impossible odds, people who love this country can change it.
Years from now, when we've made the changes we believe in, when more families can afford to see a doctor, when our children inherit a planet that's a little cleaner and safer, when the world sees America differently, and America sees itself as a nation less divided and more united, you'll be able to look back with pride and say,
this was the moment when it all began.
This was the moment when we tore down barriers that have divided us for too long. When we rallied people of all parties and ages to a common cause.
We finally gave Americans who never participated in politics
A reason to stand up and do so.
You'll look back and you'll say that this was the moment.
This was the place where America remembered what it meant to hope.
Hope is that thing inside us that insists, despite all the evidence to the contrary, that something better awaits us if we have the courage
To reach for it.
Work for it.
and to fight for it. Hope is what led young women and young men to sit at lunch counters and brave fire hoses and march through Selma and Montgomery for freedom's cause. Hope is the bedrock of this nation. The belief that our destiny will not be written for us, but by us, by all those men and women who are not content to settle for the world as it is, who have the courage to remake the world as it should be. And that is the message we had when we were up and when we were down. The one that can change this country, brick by brick, block by block, callous hand by callous hand. That together, ordinary people can do extraordinary things. Because we are not a collection of red states and blue states. We are the United States of America. And in this moment, in this election,